How's it going, guys? So today I'm going to try something a little bit different for the channel. Usually you'll see us doing stuff with nature and wildlife, but one thing I'm really into is hiking, walking and camping, and generally just getting out into the outdoors. So today I'm going to be walking the coastal route here at Westward Ho in North Devon. This is a beautiful stretch of coastline, so I'm going to be walking along the cliffs and just seeing what happens, spotting wildlife on the way. So come along with me, let's go for a walk. I'll show off some of the amazing views here. I mean, you can already see them behind me. They are absolutely stunning. So let's go. My name's Adam and welcome to Naturescope. So I had originally driven down here to try and do a little bit of rock pooling. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen as the tide is weighing. But it's such a beautiful day. I thought I'd try and go for a walk and try something a little bit different. We're already spotting nature. Just there, centre of the screen, is a cormorant. If you're interested about where I'm walking today, I'll leave a bit more information about where I parked and exactly where I am in the description below. But I'm basically walking the coastal cliff route from Westward Ho. From what I can gather so far, it's a pretty easy and accessible walk. There's a very slight incline, but it's all pretty flat, as you can probably see behind me. So perfect for scooters and wheelchairs, things like that. But the main reason I'm doing this is to get a look at some of those really good views of the Atlantic from up high on the cliffs. Even from the car park, there's been views like this the entire time so far. Now, one of my favourite views in the whole of nature is this view here, when you can see the sea and just can't see where it ends. You can see the horizon, see the earth even starting to curve around, but you just can't see anything. And it's a really sort of rough day. Perfect weather for surfers here at Westward Ho as well. So there's lots of action going on the sea. You can see a lot of white caps forming. So there's lots to look at. It is a bit windy, but it's a great day. So one thing on this channel that we do really well is we show off nature and we show off wildlife in a really cool and hopefully interesting way. But one thing we don't do is encourage people to get out and experience it for themselves. Now, where I am today was a completely free walk. It cost me nothing aside from the petrol to get here. I am lucky enough to be sort of away in North Devon, but there are places you can come and walk like this anywhere. Even if you're in a city, you can find a park with ponds and lakes inside. So if I had sort of one message from this video, it would be to go outside and just go for a walk. It really helps the mental health, and you get to see views like this, which is pretty cool. I've stumbled across this small little stretch of huge boulder beach. It's absolutely stunning. Take a look. So the overall stretch that I'm walking on today is the Southwest Coastal Path, and it starts just by Minehead, takes you all the way down around northwest Devon, all the way back around through Cornwall and back up to Poole. So it's an absolutely huge coastal path that takes you through some of the most beautiful parts of the country. So the stretch I'm walking on today is Westward Ho through to Cornborough Cliffs. It's a really beautiful stretch of coast, as you've already seen. It follows an old railway line that was only open from 1901 to 1917, and the reason the railway closed was because they dug up all the metal and basically used the train and all the bits of the track for the First World War effort. So it was only there for 15 years, which seems a shame because I can only imagine how amazing a train ride around this small but beautiful stretch of coast would have been. If you're a bird watcher, this walk is apparently absolutely amazing. In the spring and early summer, birds nest along these cliffs, and in the autumn through to the winter, migratory birds start to come in, and apparently they're quite common to see here. I massively regret now not bringing my binoculars with me. One thing about this walk is there's some absolutely cracking benches with views looking over to this. Most of them are memorial benches, which is obviously upsetting because it means someone's gone, but what a place to come and sit and enjoy the view. There's a kestrel hovering. It's clearly spotted something on the ground that it wants to try and eat. So they'll flap their wings a bit just to stop themselves moving, and then they'll be still for a few seconds, almost like they're hovering mid-air. So after a quick look online, it seems that Abbotsham Cliffs, which you've just seen me enter, is managed by the National Trust for Wildlife. So as the coastal path which I'm walking now just become a little bit more inaccessible, and that's sort of obviously managed for us humans, and then the cliffs and surrounding scrubland are managed for wildlife, which is really cool. Cliffs and beaches are often overlooked habitat for birds. Birds will nest on the beach, birds will nest on the cliff, on top of cliffs, on the side of cliffs, wherever they can. And a lot of the time we don't really think about that. So it's great to see some area protected for wildlife. I think with this view, I'm going to start turning back. I've walked about 2.5 miles. It's been a really beautiful walk. So on the walk back, I've been taking a little bit more time, not filming and enjoying some of these benches that are scattered everywhere. I've been sort of doing what I said earlier, walking for 5 minutes and sitting for 5 minutes, and how can you blame me when this view's constantly by my side? The great thing about walking and hiking is that you can do it at your own pace. You can spend 20-30 minutes at a time on a bench, then walk 5 minutes and spend another half an hour on a bench. It doesn't matter as long as you get there. I think when a lot of people go out walking, they get really wrapped up in how quick can I do it? Can I do it in under 4 hours, or whatever time they want to do it under? And they sort of lose that reason that they go walking, which is the views that surround them. The amount of times I see people online who are like, oh, I've climbed Snowdon in this amount of time, or I've walked this coastal path so quickly. It's like, well, okay, but I'm getting more enjoyment out of it sitting every so often and enjoying the view. I'm nearly back at the start point now, and as I've been walking back, I've been walking past loads of people with surfboards, and as the tide's starting to come in, you can understand why. Look at the size of some of these waves. I don't know if the camera's done it any justice at all, but those waves are easily 5-6 meters tall. They're absolutely massive. Great surfing weather. So I'm nearing the end of the walk now, so I think I'll finish the video there. Please let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this style of video. I've wanted to do hiking and walking videos for a while. I personally love watching them on YouTube. It's just I struggle to understand how the guys I watch make them interesting. They do it successfully, but walking is one of those things that if you do it yourself, it's amazing, but I don't know how well it transfers to watching it. So hopefully I've done a good job at making it interesting, told you a little bit about the history of the area, and showed you some of the amazing views. So if you want more of this in the future, please comment below. Like the video and subscribe to Naturescope to not miss any more future videos, hopefully more walking ones. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.